What's up, gamers? I'm working on getting these news videos onto a schedule and would like to make sure I get at least one more out before Gen Con, so here we go. Let me know the campaigns you're looking forward to in the comments. And let's get to this. Live on crowdfunding now, on GameFound we have DC United with over a week remaining, 20 strong, Tanglewoods right at the 1 week mark, and Kemet with around 3 weeks remaining. And on Kickstarter there's Deep Regrets with less than a week to go. And now on to the news. Delivery updates for the Relay Rising portion of the Cthulhu Death May Die project show Asia and Australia hubs being done with shipping. Latin American orders have all been dispatched. The last 2 containers for the US will arrive on July the 24th. The containers for the Canadian hub is already booked and should arrive in early August. In the EU, 2 containers should arrive mid-July and make it to the hub by mid-August. Wave 2 shipping for the US and Canada and Latin America will begin in the next few weeks. Wave 2 contains everything else. Copies of Middara Chapter 2 are expected to be slim pickings after this print run, which is focusing on fulfilling the backers' orders and pre-orders. They'll be opening the pre-orders one last time in the next month or two to allow anyone who missed out a chance at a copy. To answer the question of why the large box, they're showing off some of the larger miniatures that will be included. There are tons of miniatures in Chapter 2 and 3, and the inserts take up quite a bit of space. Finally, they've announced another big box. This one, the 1.2 version of the Chapter 1 box with inserts. They hope to be able to accommodate orders for that box soon. Act 3 development is still going strong, with the highest mythic tier cards getting some love lately. The punch boards are being previewed, and The Collector should be up for testing next week. Frosthaven is now preparing to fulfill the final piece of the original campaign. The community-driven campaign will be run on BGG and is open to everyone. Play along and vote on what happens next. Another month has gone by for the Company of Heroes campaign, and they're finally in the home stretch. They're sharing many pictures of the games from the factory floor as they're being prepared for shipping. Everything should be produced and ready for shipping by the end of August, meaning the games hit the sea in September, fulfillment bleeds into October. Translations, sadly, are running a bit behind schedule. They will be airmailing the translated materials to the hubs to keep from delaying fulfillment further. This just in, the Gotham Gazette claims deliveries are really happening. For Batman, Gotham City Chronicles, Asia and Brazil are mostly complete. Australia and New Zealand are complete. Canada deliveries are complete. Europe and the rest of the world shipments are a bit behind schedule and should resume any time now. Shipments to the US are progressing and should be done by the end of July. Some English solo co-op mission booklets are half in French. Be on the lookout. The Batcomputer files had some mistakes that will have to be remedied by a reprint and shipment directly to backers. Shipping of SAS Rogue Regiment should begin the week of the 22nd. Make sure your address is current. Translation packs are going out separately, and in some cases will be mailed after the game. It's finally time to lift the lid on the pre-production copy of Elder Scrolls Betrayal of the Second Era. They'll be doing a live unboxing of the game on YouTube on July 18th. This should be available for viewing anytime after that, so enjoy. Wasteland Warriors rejoice! The Waste Knight 2nd Edition and expansion is being funneled to the last mile shippers as we speak. Games should start to appear in the wild any day now. They also tease another project that's currently in development. Malhya is showing up big this week, showing off exactly how big that box is going to be. This one's a chonker. The box isn't final, but it's close. Non-paper components are in production now, with the print elements to follow. Some print items are already at the manufacturer as well. The scenario booklet as well as the exploration book are in print now. The event book is being proofread and about 80% complete. Stonesaga's July update is coming in hot. Currently, they're preparing for Gen Con and looking at closing their pledge manager around the end of August. They've entered the final countdown for the game, implementing final revisions to the rulebook, and this seems to be one of the final pieces of development. Molds and plastic work has begun, with the molds being mostly complete after a change to one of the behemoth molds. They still aim for a Q1 2025 release window. They look forward to seeing everyone at the Gen Con party, and we'll be back next month with more news. The leaks are live and fast for Set 5 of Disney's Lorcana. With a new Mufasa making a showing, a new Emerald Robin Hood, the Sneaky Sleuth, and Medal of Heroes topping out the week. We also saw a leak of the D23 Enchanted Collection containing the first chapter Mickey Mouse the Brave Little Tailor, Rise of the Floodborn, Cinderella Stouthearted, Into the Inklands, Ursula the Deceiver, Vanellope von Schweetz, Sugar Rush Princess, and a Winter 2024 preview of Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. The updates just keep flowing in for the Teburu system. They seem to be taking more of an open development approach than they have up to this point. With the game in the wild, some small issues are popping up, but they've been quick to solve them. Zodiac scanning is being removed from the app in an update soon. This will technically grant everyone access to Volumes 2 and 3 content, but they'll still be lacking figures, standees, and such to truly represent gameplay. It probably won't be fun. For the UK and the rest of the world, the power banks are having to be removed from the games to avoid the extra $80 shipping charge. They're reaching out to those affected by this. Some new system requirements have been added this update, and the SDK is officially available for download on their site. Freight for League of Dungeoneers second print and expansion is well underway. In the US, Canada, Australia, and China, games have hit the hubs. In the UK and EU, games are still aboard ships on their way to their destinations. There was a missing card and problem with the acrylic horses that necessitated a reprint of those pieces. They're on the way to the hubs now. Nerd Days from GameNerdz will be held on Friday, August the 30th, with the second part held in 6 months. Additional tiles are being previewed that were not present during the God of War campaign. The pledge manager for the project closes August 9th. Final development is concluded for the game, and files are with the producers being checked and double-checked. From the latest Shadows of Brimstone campaign, Lost Tombs and Hell Train, we're getting a look at the art and model for the Nautilus Kraken, an extra large enemy. Due to Gen Con, the next update will not be until September 6th. We have fresh intel from the Zone for the STALKER project. STALKER Legacy chests have been collected and are on their way around the world. This is just the Legacy chest, not the entire project. In the US, containers will reach the hub this week. In Canada, they should arrive on the 22nd. Australia shipping should begin in the next few weeks. For Asia, they're being transported to warehouses in different countries. First wave production of English content is still on track for a fall delivery window. Development is underway, still on the second wave content. And that's going to be it for this week. I'll of course be back with another news video next week, and I'm busy gearing up for Gen Con, so please pardon the dust. If you like this type of content, please consider subscribing and helping a little channel grow. Thanks to everyone watching, commenting, and supporting the channel. Have a great week and be safe.